So, first off, let's ignore this beautiful hair. We're on like day 4, maybe day 3 of not washing it. So, had a hat on all day. I've been sweating. Even though you shouldn't sweat after you get your eyebrows done. Don't sweat. Don't get them wet. And also, because you can't get them wet, it's kind of hard to tell, but I have little bitty, like tiny little breakouts. Try to focus this. Just a little bit. They're not very noticeable at all. It's just because you can't get your eyebrows wet and you can't get near it. So all the grease and all the A&D ointment doesn't really help on that. But it's not very noticeable, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I don't think I have mentioned that when you do get your eyebrows done, you cannot get them wet for, I thought my neighbor was outside. She thinks I'm weird. But yeah, you can't get them wet for 10 days. You really shouldn't sweat. I went and worked out the other night, but unfortunately, it's like impossible for me to sweat. So I didn't really, when I was lifting, or if I was starting to, I'd kind of take a break because the healing process is the most important process, and that's what makes it look good. So be careful, try not to sweat. I went to the park today with their dogs, and I wore a hat because you also shouldn't expose them to the sun like too much or anything like that, so I just wore a hat. But yep, this is day 5. They still not really flaking yet, but I know they will. And once they do, it looks really weird and like patchy, and that's just like the awkward phase you have to go through. So, but right now, still haven't done it. Maybe I can focus. I swear, it's hard to see on a camera, but they're looking good. They'll look even better when they're done. Yep, day 4, day 5. This is day 5. We're on day 5. I already made that weird. It's already weird.